What's up guys, welcome to the Sound Design channel. My name is La and today I'm going to show you a bass recreated from the artist CRI, in particular his song Friends in Secret. So let's have a little listen. Cool, so it's this really nice wide retro feeling chunky eighth dotted bass essentially. I'm not sure what the official term for it would be, but with the MIDI what we're doing is we're playing in the F major scale and we're just starting on the tonic, playing these eighth dotted notes, moving up to the fifth, then down to the fourth, and then back up to the fifth. So if we go to the sound design, in fact I'll just duplicate this channel so we've got the MIDI and everything there. Come over here, we'll just turn off this processing here. We'll leave this EQ8 on so we can see the frequencies here. And so where I started with this bass, the preset that I started from was in this template here, and I went from this Dupe 6. If you are looking for any melodic house Diva presets, there's some really good ones. There's one from a pack from Bound to Divide. This melodic house one here, there's some really similar sounds in there. If you're looking for more melodic techno stuff, the Tim Engelhardt one, the melodic techno one by Neil Hoffman is also really great, which I would highly recommend. But we're not going to work from those presets today. We're going to work from scratch from here. So what we want to do straight away with this sound, I'll just solo it. That's what we have. We want to make a bass, so we come down here. So now with this one VCO, we're just going to bring this up a little bit. So we're mixing in VCO2, and this VCO2, we're going to bring it to 16. And it's a little bit buzzy. And what we need to do is just bring down this cutoff until we just hear the fundamental. Nice. Don't want this LFO2 on here, so I'll just double click in, it'll reset it. Also, one thing to note is that the detune is slightly offset in this preset on the second VCO, which is going to give it a slight detune feel, slight wobble. We're going to leave it on, but I just thought it would be important to let you know that that's happening. Cool. So let's go to the envelope sections and just really dial in the envelope so we get a nice stabby, chunky feel. So what we want is to bring the sustain down a little bit, the decay down a little bit, and then increase the release. With the release, you get a little sweet spot where if you go too short, just cuts the sound off too short. You go too far, it just kind of bleeds into itself and turns into a sustained sound and just feedback. So it's not what we want. What we want is the sound to continue until the next note. That's just about right. And then the second envelope is going to be pretty much exactly the same, but we're just going to engage this so we get a little bit more bite to the sound. A little bit less. Bit more volume, and then we bring this decay down. There we go. A little bit more release. All right, so now we're going to make this bass really wide and give it a bit of a retro feel. So we're going to add this chorus and leave it at 100% wet, and then we're going to bring the rate and depth down. You can hear how warm and big that sounds, especially if you've got headphones on or good monitors. This is going to push it into the stereo field, which is going to make it a little bit less mono compatible, but we're going to try and fix that in this processing here. We can put it into mono, just so the notes don't overlap, but we shouldn't have an issue because there's space between the notes anyway. Okay, all good. That is the sound. So now let's go to the processing. So this EQ8, we can leave it as it is. That's all good, and then we're just going to add a bit of saturation. So this saturator is just a preset called a bit warmer within Ableton. All it is just like a nice subtle saturator. It's got a little bit of drive on, and we're just going to increase the dry wet until we get a nice bit of warmth. We don't want to add too much volume. If you put this too much, it adds quite a bit of volume as well, but we just want a little bit of warmth. Okay, so now we're going to take care of that low stereo information. So we're going to put this utility on and leave it on bass mono 120 Hertz. This does a little bit of the work, but not quite enough. So we need to do some mid-side EQ. So on this one here, with this EQ8, you just load it up. You can leave this kind of curve here. So I've got a harsh curve, a harsh cut here, That's just getting rid of any frequencies that we can't actually hear below this, the 120 hertz around there. I do an EQ after, so you see I've got two. I do it after because we've added some effect on. So I just want to make sure that I'm really tailoring in the final result essentially. And so what we want to do here is go to MS mode, and where it says mode here, then click on the M and it will turn into side mode. Click on this and we're just going to drag the side information to around 120. If you go too far, it will take away a little bit of the warmth of the sound, but this is all good. We can have a little bit leaking in, which is all good. We can boost a little bit here as well. So there's more side information there, just up in the around 500 hertz. And that is the sound. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, guys. If there's any artists that you would like me to cover in particular, or any sound in particular, let me know. But the next few videos, I'm going to be covering a few artists. So we got Marsh and Knox Van in the track Come Together. So we're going to be covering the sustained bass in that. Then we got Ben Boma's new track, with which is a remix of Stefan Bodzin. I've done the bass from there, and then I'm just showing you some other different types of bass for melodic house. Again, if you want some melodic house presets, there is a Diva. We have a few Diva preset packs which are available, and there's also some great Serum packs as well. I'll link all of that down below so you don't miss out. All right, guys, thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next video.